Me está matando esto. Oh, yo te soy tu cebotita. La chila, tira. ¡Ay! Se me fue. Búscala.
Últimas horas para aprovechar los Glam Days de Mercado Libre. Hasta 30% off y hasta 12 cuotas sin interés. Mercado Libre.
I named Kabir. Okay, that's actually not his real name, but that's what we're going to call him for the sake of this video. You'll find out why a little later on. And his email said, I am an Indian scammer, and I scam people saying I work for Amazon. Last night I talked to a lady whose son passed away a week ago. I didn't want to scam her, so I refused, but my boss said he would not let me go if I don't scam her. I tried leaving the office forcefully, but he stopped me when I tried calling the cops. He broke my phone and I scammed the lady for $600. But I feel bad. I can do anything to repay her the money. I need your help. And you thought you had a bad day at the office. Anyway, I had no idea if this was legit or if this was just some 14-year-old kid in Georgia pulling my leg. So I said, click this link to prove you're in India. And this was a link that I created that would grab his IP address if he clicked on it. And to my surprise, he did, and it put him right in the heart of India. I thought, okay, this is interesting. I said, maybe we can raise some money to help that lady you scammed. Who is she? And he said her name was Carol or something like that. And I said, well, let's see what we can do to help her. I thought if Kabir and I could work together, then maybe we could raise some money and help this poor lady out. But the way that I make money is by exposing scams. He said, do you want my WhatsApp number? So then we started chatting. We got to know each other a little bit and how he got into this line of work. He talked about how he wanted to be in the Air Force, but the system is corrupted. He talked about how they pay the cops to look the other way. He said, I want to tell you why I am helping you. I want to make my parents proud. And that's when it struck me that all these scammers deep down inside have some good in them.
I know there is good in you.
We just got to pry it out of them.
You're right about me.
So Kabir starts telling me how the scam works. Scammers will buy email lists and blast out a fake email to thousands of people. And the email is designed to look like it's from Amazon. It says the customer ordered a really expensive item that's going to be shipped to a random address in Florida. The recipients of the email will think that somebody has hacked their Amazon account, and the email gives instructions to cancel the order by calling them up.
Thank you for getting connected to Amazon customer service. This side John Mayer. How may I help you?
And most people will just think that the email is spam and delete it, but there's one demographic that falls for it nearly every time: the elderly.
Hi, my name is Sharon, and I got an email stating that I had placed an order and that it was being shipped to Florida.
The scammers will go on to tell the victim that somebody has hacked into their Amazon account and they need to apply a refund to their bank account.
And if something got charged to you, we would be refunding you the money back as well.
And the way they tell the victim that they're going to apply the refund is by connecting to their computer and having them run screen control software like AnyDesk.
Quick support from the search bar and type in any desk.
They then walk them through the process, which allows the scammer to see and control their screen.
Yeah,
right.
Just click on accept. Yeah, click on accept, allow.
Once they have access to the computer, they instruct the victim to log into their bank account.
Go to your browser and log into your online banking for the SunTrust Bank.
And this may seem weird, but the scammers will groom and flirt with their victims to keep them at ease.
I literally tell you one thing. I really like your voice. How old are you?
Thank you. I am almost 74. I'm currently 73.
Seriously?
On May 14th, I'll be 74.
And they will make the victim think that they've issued a refund by making an edit to the site's HTML. And they make the victim think that they accidentally issued them too much and that they need to Zelle the scammers back the difference or pay them in gift cards.
So what you need to do, ma'am, you just need to go and get 3 eBay cards. Just write down.
I have to buy 3 eBay cards?
Right. And this happens every day.
It was a remote access heist costing them about $25,000.
So we thought maybe we could intercept some of these calls before people lose it all. So Kabir began to send me the names of victims who were in the process of being scammed. But either we couldn't get their number or we couldn't get them to pick up the phone while they were being scammed. And sometimes they would pick it up without knowing that we could hear them on the phone with their bank. We were too late, and we realized that what we were doing wasn't working. We weren't saving anybody, and it was taking up way too much time. So that's when I decided we needed to play some offense, and we needed to enlist the help of an expert. Someone who knows a thing or two about taking it to Indian scam centers. Someone with some real technical expertise. I'm talking about Jim Browning.
Solta el carrito. Pedí tus compras del súper con calidad garantizada en Pedidos Ya Market.
Trader, compartimos tu pasión. Por recibir asistencia cuando lo requieras. Por celebrar las victorias. Seguí tu pasión.
If you don't know Jim Browning, he exposes scamming on his YouTube channel and he has over 3 million subscribers. He's a technical genius. He knows how to get inside the scammers' computers and really shake things up. And scammers fear him. They look under their beds at night for Jim Browning. I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd be able to help us out. And to my surprise, Jim said yes. So Jim asked if there was any way that Kabir could plant a file on one of the computers in the call center. The file would run quietly in the background of the computer and give Jim total access and allow us to see what they were doing. This way we could possibly collect customer information more quickly and warn the victims. But only if Kabir was comfortable with this. It was a crazy plan, but Kabir agreed. So we had to think of the cleanest way to install this file. A flash drive would draw too much attention, and so we needed to provide Kabir a link where he could simply download the file. Kabir could then find an opportunity when an agent was away, sit at his computer, click the link, run the software, and then get the heck out of there before he got caught. This is Jason Bourne type of stuff. So Kabir waited for the perfect opportunity to strike. We just left it up to him for when he felt comfortable. And within a few days, he sent me this text. Come online fast. I said, what? 2 minutes, will be installed. And I thought, holy crap, it's really happening.
Oh my God, okay, it's happening.
But then he sent me another text. Tell him to accept. Then he sent me a picture of the screen, and Kabir didn't have permission to download the file. Jim had forgotten to grant him access. Kabir said, send with permission, bro. I don't want them to suspect. Crap, I said, I gotta get a hold of Jim. Please, make it fast. I thought, this can't be happening. So I start messaging Jim, but he's away from his computer. I said, I'm trying, I don't know where he is. Tell him to make it fast. I said, how much longer can you hold? I don't know, how long will it take? I don't know, he isn't responding. Bro, call him, please. I said, if we need to abort, we can. I don't want to abort. I need to get out of this. And just when we were about to abort the mission, Jim appears online. Jim finally grants permission and the file downloads and Kabir gets the heck out of there. Soon enough, Jim then tells me he's got a connection. He can see everything they're seeing. He has their IP address. He can see the contents of their hard drive. The operation was a success.
You crazy son of a, you did.
Kabir said, don't tell him to type anything, just watch. They are live and getting calls. It's an agent's computer. Tell them to watch them scam. For now. So we said okay, and for several hours, Jim and I just watched to understand how the scam worked. Calls would come in, and scammers would attempt to remote into their computers to give them a refund. Luckily today, most of the callers would just get suspicious and hang up. I thought, well, what if we called them up and put some fear into them? We were now in their system, but we didn't know the phone number for the computer that people were calling into. But we did know the phone numbers of the victims calling in. So I just decided to call one of them up and ask them for it. Do you happen to have that number just so I can take it?
I do. Yeah, it's a 1-800 number.
Okay.
1-800-920-33.
Okay, that's helpful. Thanks so much. Okay, now we could call up the agent using this computer, but I thought that's not really my specialty. I don't do that. I should get someone who actually does this for a living. And I thought of Pierogi from Scammer Payback.
Hi, I'm calling regards to you all reaching out about a $400 order.
Pierogi is an amazing scam baiter, and he does it all day, every day on Twitch and YouTube. So Jim and I reached out to him, and he agreed to come on board. We thought, let's just call them up and test the waters a bit.
Sir, on your computer, do you have a browser called Google Chrome?
I do. How did you know that?
Sir, every Windows computer has Google Chrome, sir.
Oh, okay. I always heard that Google Chrome's had more viruses on it, but I might be wrong. Okay.
It depends. It depends, sir, the kind of websites you visit on that browser.
Oh, well, I don't visit those types of websites, if you know what I mean. I know you might, son, but not me. I get plenty of action.
So can you open it to Facebook?
Yes, I'm on my Googles.
So we eventually just hung up. We didn't want to do anything too crazy. We thought things need to calm down a little bit over there. We would try again later. But later never came. When the day ended, the computer shut down and they never came back on. And we wondered what happened. So I checked in with Kabir. I said, do you have any information on what's going on in that center? He said, yes, nothing big will be solved tonight. And I said, what do you mean? Are they having technical problems? Yes, but nothing big. So no scamming tonight? Yes. Give me an hour. So apparently they're having some technical issues. An hour came and went, and we still saw no connection. In fact, nearly a week came and went, and we still saw no connection. What was going on? And then I got this text. Bro, they know. They think I was the one who has the remote. What? They found the software? That's impossible. I said, I'm confused. You in trouble? And I didn't hear from him for like a few hours. Until later that day when I decided to check in on him again. He said, Kaun hai tu. Okay, why is he talking in Hindi to me? I take this over to Google Translate and it reads, who are you? That's when it hit me. This wasn't Kabir. Then he starts calling me, but I don't dare answer. He texts me again in Hindi. If you do not get the call, then find your friend in the Yamuna River. Holy crap, they've kidnapped him and stole his phone. And they start calling me again and again. More texts come in. Are you from the crime branch? More Hindi. Then he starts speaking English. Your spy is with me. What is the software in my computer? My technical team said it is not good that you are watching my computer. Oh my gosh, they have found the software. What is the software? What information do you have? My center is closed for 6 days. Well, now we know why they went quiet for a week. They were restoring all of their computers and removing the software. You spoiled my business for 6 days. And finally I said, good, then you couldn't rob little old ladies. He said, now who will pay? Your friend? So this taunting just went on, and eventually I just had to block him. I mean, I wasn't going to negotiate with a criminal, and I couldn't stick around to watch what was going to happen next. I was really scared. I thought I'd finally gone too far. I knew this was risky, and I shouldn't have let Kabir do this. And this bothered me for several days. I even reached out to a friend in India who is a lawyer to see if law enforcement might want to get involved. But he didn't think that the police would take something like this seriously. And it certainly doesn't help that the cops are in the pockets of these scammers and they're literally paid to look the other way. And so I just kind of told Jim that the story was over. And I really didn't know what to do next. Then a couple of days later, I get a text on WhatsApp from an unknown number. Send me the link, now. I thought, is this Kabir? Nobody else knew about the link, but I tried to play dumb. I said, what link? Shut up and send me the link. They are all out of town. Only some are here. All the foolish ones. Send me the f***ing link. Okay, it was Kabir. Turns out that they roughed him up and left him somewhere away from the call center, but somehow Kabir managed to get remote access to his boss's laptop, and now he wanted to give me access. So I said, okay, whatever, and I sent him Jim's link, and I said, this is dangerous. Shut the f up. I ain't going nowhere without this job. Done. Holy crap, this guy wants to go down in a blaze of glory. So I checked in with Jim, and sure enough, there was a connection. Jim traced the coordinates, and it was the same call center that we had already bugged. And he could see the screen, and indeed, it was the boss's computer. Wow. We had access to all his files, and we found call lists, his ID cards, recordings of all their scams.
My husband just noticed an email.
Yeah. We could see him routing the calls to the different agents, and more importantly, we could see him converting the gift cards that they were stealing to Bitcoin through a website called Paxful. And he had a WhatsApp window open where the agents would send him the gift cards. And Kabir said, you can steal the cards and make that yours. Steal the card numbers and take all. Don't let this mother earn. This is insane. I said, why are you doing this? He said, when you start to see the end, everyone wants to go to heaven. Okay, so we thought if we could grab these gift card numbers and redeem them before the scammers did, we could possibly get them refunded and returned to the victims. But the scammers were too quick at redeeming them. Jim then suggested that we show this evidence to Paxful's team. They don't tolerate scamming or money laundering, and they would surely shut down the account if we provided enough evidence. So Jim hit the record button, capturing everything they were doing in perfect detail. But we had to hold them off in the meantime. They were robbing people in front of our very eyes. So when they got Bitcoin in their account from a gift card exchange, we quickly added a different wallet ID, so when they went to transfer the funds, they sent it to us instead. And that got them spooked. But they started scratching their heads over what had just happened. And soon they realized that their call center had been bugged again. And they immediately began to shut down their operation and, of course, reset all of their computers for the second time in a month. Soon our connection was lost, and just as Kabir predicted, all eyes were now on him. I need to go. I am sorry. Then he sent me a screenshot of his boss freaking out, asking where he was. But Kabir just ignored him. And I said, go where? Before they come, I am going to set myself free. And yes, tell my friend I am sorry for all the troubles he faced. His name is... Tell him I love him. And all I did was to prove that I am not a sinner. Once he asked me what in life are we going to do by scamming, tell him he still has time to quit. What are you going to do? I'm going to quit. I am done. Where are you going? Don't know. This is my story. Soon enough, Jim did get word from Paxful that the account was suspended and the user was now under investigation. You can learn more about what Jim uncovered by checking out his channel. I will link to it in the description of this video. I want to thank him for the chance to team up on this. He is as kind as he is brilliant. And I also want to thank Pierogi from Scammer Payback for the laughs. Check out his channel where he's making big steps to stop scammers and help victims. And most importantly, I want to thank Kabir, who is still around and still in touch with me. Him and I have a lot of things planned to make more people aware of these types of scams. I really hope that you look for the good in people, because everybody has some in them. And it's not too late to change who you are or fix what you've done. Kabir's story is proof of that. And I also hope that you warn the elderly people in your life to hang up when they...
Tener éxito en los negocios es como ganar en los deportes. Hay que esquivar varios obstáculos para llegar primero.
Sometimes the occasional scammer will have a conscience and will actually betray their bosses. You're looking at a group who scam people for a living. Only one of their employees has set the webcam to record. We're going to see and hear how they run their scams and how they launder money from innocent victims in the USA, UK and Australia. But how come I was able to watch these scammers on their webcam? Well, a little while ago, Ben from the YouTube channel Pleasant Green reached out to me because someone had contacted him who described himself as a disgruntled scammer. If you're not familiar with Ben's channel, he has a knack of being able to suss out who's a real scammer and who is someone who is in genuine need of help. The scammer, who we'll call Kabir to protect his identity, told us that he was fed up with the scamming. And although we were initially sceptical, Kabir's story started making sense as he showed us photos of where he worked. He also showed a photograph of the outside of the building. This matched the wireless network. But we needed to see evidence of the scam itself, so we volunteered to hijack his boss's computer. And with that, we were able to watch the group running their scams live. If you want to find out a bit more about our friend Kabir and the risks that he took trying to get this footage, please check out the video in Ben's channel. There's a link to this in the top right and in the description. But this gave me a rare opportunity to see exactly what the bosses do with people's money once they steal it. It quickly became apparent that this group sent fake order emails and hoped to get a phone call from potential victims. This is just a variant of the normal fake Amazon robocalls which most people have heard at some point.
Hello, this is an automated message from Amazon Prime that we have received a purchase request for $864.56, and the same will be debited from your account automatically. If you have not placed the order, then please press 1 immediately to speak to our representative to cancel your order. Thank you.
There are easy ways to tell whether these robocalls or emails are fake. A genuine Amazon email won't come from a domain like hotmail.com, it will always be Amazon, and there will definitely be no phone number to call. If there really is some dispute about an Amazon order, you normally sort this out through Amazon.com. This group don't know they're being recorded, so they're happy to talk about how they run their scams.
डिफरेंट स्टेट्स में अम्बाला बैठा है बंदा, जम्मू बैठा है बंदा, कश्मीर बैठा है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में बैठा है.
It's interesting to hear them talk about the 2020 lockdown because of the pandemic, because the rate of scam calls didn't seem to decrease at all, and it's because scammers like these guys will work from home. It's also interesting to hear how each scammer is paid. If they're good, they'll earn 20 rupees per dollar. That's roughly 20 cents, or a fifth of the amount that they steal.
फेस और बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर खासकर नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोग यहाँ बल्कि में होते हैं, वहाँ पुलिस पहुँचती हो सकती है क्योंकि उनको पता है एसएसएन क्या है, तो एसएसएन कितना होगा नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बंदे कहीं भी ये तो दिख भी नहीं देते तो साउथ इंडियन नहीं करते मेरे को नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बंदे आप प्राउडली लगाने रेजिडेंशियल में पुलिस होते हैं दिल्ली नोएडा में कहीं छाते हुए कि तो उनको पता है कि एसएसएन में मोस्टली वही था नॉर्थ ईस्ट का प्राउड, इसलिए हमने बंद करा दी 3 फ्लैट बंद कर दी थी, बाहर नहीं आना तो वो जो चीज़ एंड दे डिड गुड बड़े काम के $60,000
And interestingly, he describes how these Northeast scammers learned their trade. And if you're wondering what Jamtara is, have a look on Netflix.
Hello. Sir, this call is in regards with your account in our bank. Sir, I would like to inform you that you have won a lottery of 50,000 rupees.
Sir, your ATM card is going to expire very soon.
How can it expire like this? Sir, there is a 16-digit number on your card. Sir, could you please read it out to me? 32, 64. It's done, bhaiya.
Great. Yes, it seems that one way of running a fraud call center is just to watch a Netflix documentary.
Sauron rises in the west. Will you abandon Middle-earth to its doom?
Is it my task to face Sauron?
Is there no other way?
Hacé de tus pausas un momento barista con un café bien espumoso. La Serenísima 100% vegetal presenta la nueva almendra barista para que disfrutes de todo el sabor y cremosidad que solo la Serenísima te puede dar. Vos elegís el origen. La calidad es la de siempre.
So thanks to Kabir, we could see exactly what happened to the people who called the number on the email or replied to the robocall. We could see immediately that these scammers were running the refund scam, the most popular scam at the moment in these call centres in India. If you're not familiar with it, I've left a link to a similar video in the top right hand corner and in the description, but the key to this is the scammers wanted their victims to pay them via gift cards. Prior to this, I wouldn't have seen what happens to the gift card numbers once they're sent, usually via WhatsApp, to the scam bosses. But this time I had a boss PC. I could see what was happening with these gift card numbers. And the first thing the boss did when he had these gift card numbers was to log into Paxful.com. Paxful allows traders to exchange things like cryptocurrency for real currency, but it also allows you to convert gift cards into cryptocurrency. And the boss immediately tried to find out someone who would accept these gift cards. So here he is receiving an Xbox gift card to the value of just $60. He's received it through someone called Ankit, who's part of his team. He then looks on Paxful for someone willing to accept Xbox gift cards in exchange for cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. He looks at the rates and selects one trader. Her name is Summer Zhu and she's based in China. With this transaction, he'll lose about a third of the value of the gift card. He'll only receive about $40 in return. But the scammer doesn't worry about that too much. All he wants to do is cleanly launder these gift cards. So he pastes the gift card number into the chat and Summer converts this to Bitcoin, keeping a fraction for herself. After just a few minutes, the gift card numbers are cleanly converted into Bitcoin and the Bitcoin is now in our scammer's wallet. As is normal for these websites, the scammer leaves feedback for Summer so that others can trade with her with confidence. But our scammer isn't finished yet. He wants to launder the money one more time. Now he will convert the Bitcoin in his wallet into rupees so that he can spend the money. His currency of choice is Google Pay Credit. He'll then be able to use his phone to pay for things directly. He uses a different buyer called David Raju from India to convert the Bitcoin into Google Pay Credit. This time the buyer David needs the scammer's cell phone number, so the boss provides this number as part of the transaction. Eventually the Bitcoin is converted to credit on the guy's phone. As usual, because there's an element of trust in this sort of transaction, they leave each other positive feedback. Isn't that nice? But through this money laundering process, what originally was a $60 gift card has been converted into about $35 worth of real currency. They lose nearly half the gift card's value through this laundering process. I did reach out to Paxful and they very promptly suspended the scammer's account. They don't tolerate any sort of scams or money laundering on their platform, so they were very keen to bring this to a conclusion. They also cooperate with law enforcement if applicable. Hopefully it will come back to bite the boss of this operation. But there is another way that scammers launder money without losing so much of its value. And although I didn't see it in Kabir's call centre, I did witness this fairly recently. What you're seeing here is a scammer looking at a victim's PC, and he's even turned the victim's webcam on so we can watch what's going on. There's also a notepad instructing the victim what to do. you can see that he's trying to get the victim to authorize a $12,000 transaction to a bank account in Bangkok. The scammer has typed out Bank of America's wire transfer authorization number and is trying to get the victim to authorize this under the guise of an operating expense. They will always coach victims with some sort of story to make the payment look legitimate. And although I haven't seen the scam actually happen, it's my chance to warn the victim. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is that Peter? Peter, calling you because I think you're being scammed.
Yes, who's this?
Yeah, my name is Jim Browning, and I'm calling you because I think you're in the middle of a scam here. And I'll tell you why I know all of this. Is anyone asking you to transfer money somewhere?
Who are you with?
I explained briefly how the scam works in the hope that he'll listen.
Get this number.
I can hear the phone calls that they're making. Unsurprisingly, he's skeptical of a strange phone call.
Did he scramble your checking account?
Yes, what they do is they move your savings into your checking account and say that was the refund that's gone wrong. So it's your own money. Please check this.
How do I check it?
Do you have access to your online bank, or can you even call the bank?
Yeah, I can call the bank. That's what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Right. Whatever you do, do not transfer that money and do not authorize it. How much have they asked you to move?
$12,000.
Right, but do you have something like $12,000 savings by any chance?
Well, I had about 11 last week, but I had to use some of it for something else.
Right. So what they typically do is they try to clear out everything from your savings. Okay, so that figure of 12,000 isn't a coincidence. Okay, they will move some of your savings into your current account. Please just check this. Okay, all I'm asking you to do is check this out. Do not transfer money and do not authorize any payments to Bangkok. Okay?
He says he's gonna ruin me financially if I stop this.
Put it this way, it's a scam. Has he got access to your computer?
Yes.
Right, and is your webcam on at the moment? Is he watching you?
Yes.
Right. Honestly, I would close down my computer, check everything I've just said with the bank, and verify that the whole thing is a scam. Okay, do not authorize any payments to anywhere else, because it's your money and your savings that's being moved here.
And let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How did you get a hold of me?
I explained that I could see what was going on the scammer's computer, and eventually Peter believed me.
What I'm concerned about is that he says he'll ruin me financially, and he knows more about my account than I do.
That's okay. The bank will help you here. Okay, you need to get in touch with your bank.
And when I called the bank this morning, they said the call couldn't be taken or something.
I had already spoken to Bank of America, so I was able to assure Peter that nothing would happen with his bank account.
All right, I'm going to call my bank again.
Please.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck with it. Okay, bye then.
Thanks
Bye.
for the call.
That's okay. Bye. Bye. So thanks to Kabir, we had a very clear view of what happens inside these call centres and how exactly the scammers launder money from their victims. And if, like Kabir, you're working in one of these scam call centres and actually want to do something about the people at the top, please get in touch with me. I have the right contacts now in India, and I will keep your personal details completely anonymous. And maybe with your help, we can stop some of the scammers who are destroying India's reputation. But even if you're not employed by some scam call center and you'd just like to support me, I have a Patreon channel, and the link is here and in the description. If you're not a fan of Patreon, there's an alternative link below, and I'm also on Twitter at JimBrowning11. Again, thank you for watching. The person you see on his own webcam is called Farhan, and I'm going to be spending a week trying to disrupt his scams while the police catch up with him.
Okay. And do you do online banking?
He's very interested in online banking because he wants to work out just how much money each of his victims has. Then he will get them to buy gift cards, but more about this in just a second. Farhan is the closer in a pop-up scam. On screen is an example of one of those pop-ups. If you're familiar with this channel, you'll know that these messages are fake, but nevertheless malicious.
Important security message. Your computer has been locked up. To unlock the computer, please call support immediately.
Farhan acts as closer in these scams because he has a particularly good American accent. And from one of the files in his computer, I can tell he was always good at English in school. With maths, not so much. But his real talent is scamming.
All right. I'm asking you that did you use your card online as well today? Somewhere?
Let me see. Card, no.
Anywhere by any chance did you do that?
I didn't use my card online today.
Okay. You didn't do that, right?
How many times do I have to answer the same question?
The reason why I'm asking you about this...
I did not use my card online today.
Okay, let me tell you... Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do. Let me tell you why I was asking you about it regularly. The reason was because I can see that there is one charge for $10,000 that is posted on your account here.
You know what? I'm calling the FBI. This is a scam.
See, there's a charge for $10,000 which is on your account right now. And I wanted to just confirm it. It is from your Chase card. It is from your Chase card, sir. And this charge has been made today online.
Well, I'm going to call Chase and talk to them about that. I'm not going to talk to you. Are you Chase?
We are Chase, sir. We are Chase. I told you already that we are Chase. And we are just trying to take care of this situation for you so that we are able to take care of this. Now, you said you have not used this card anywhere online today in the morning, right?
That is correct.
Then it means that you are getting compromised. That's the case here. There's a fraud on your account at this time. So we have to work on it accordingly. That's what you called for, and this is exactly what's happening here right now. So there is a fraud which is going on your account at this time, and this fraud is a serious one because this is actually allowing the hackers to basically steal the money from your account as well.
Farhan nearly lost the victim there, but he was able to pull it back just in time. However, he still has access to the victim's computer and can therefore see his various balances. This means he will sound all the more convincing.
That would be a card that I have, I guess.
Right. So just try to check that and see that do you have the exact current balance right now of $141.15?
I'm not going to check that. I'm going to make some other telephone calls. I'm saying goodbye now.
So you don't have to make any telephone calls, sir. I'm taking care of this for you. You cannot make your calls because your phone lines are getting compromised right now. All right, do you understand this?
But it's too late. The victim has hung up.
Hello? Yaar.
But Farhan had seen that the victim had a lot of money, so I knew that he would be very persistent from this point. So I called the victim to warn him. He turned out to be a US Air Force veteran.
How'd you get the phone number?
I can see his computer and I can see everybody he's called. And I know you must have been on the phone for some time.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay, that's the reason why I've called you. Is most people I've called in the same situation have bought gift cards and have had that money stolen.
Oh.
So.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay, I'll let you go. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Browning.
No
Take
problem.
care.
Bye bye. But I had warned him that Farhan was likely to make other calls, and sure enough, it wasn't long before I saw him try to change his number.
अब इसका नंबर FTC का क्या डालूं? कुछ भी डाल दूं? 523 9475 ये डाल देता हूँ और ये नंबर से कॉल करूँ अगर तो.
And now that he's changed his caller ID, he can make a call to the victim and pretend to be from the FTC. But he'll attempt to change his accent so that the victim doesn't recognize that it's just the same guy again. Have a listen to this.
Okay, my name is Jason Cooper and I'm FTC. I have received some notifications from the Microsoft that you are having hacking problems. Is that right?
Say again, over.
Are you saying that your own bank is trying to hack you?
I'm not understanding what you're saying. It sounds like your own bank is going to find you. What's that?
I'm saying, is your own bank hacking you right now? That's what I'm asking you.
That's none of your business. I'm calling the FBI. I'm getting this.
You're already talking to FTC. This is Federal Trade Commission talking to you. Why do you want to call anywhere?
I'm going to because I don't know. I don't believe you. I'm going to call the FTC myself at whatever number I can find, and I don't want you to give it to me because I don't trust you. How's that sound?
You're already giving it to FTC. You're already talking to FTC.
Hey, kiss my ass. Goodbye.
Game over, man. Game over.
And it's to try and defeat people like Farhan that I have teamed up with the sponsor of this video, Guardio. Remember the pop-up that I showed you at the start of the video? Well, this is what happens when you've got Guardio installed. It's immediately and correctly identified as malicious. But it won't just stop malicious sites. One of the most common ways that people are scammed is via phishing emails, and Guardio is superb at identifying and blocking these sites. But combine that with how easy it is to install on all of your electronic devices, and you have a very good way of defeating scammers. So head on over to guard.io/Jim and you will get 7 days for free and 20% off. And don't forget, this covers 5 of your family members. And now back to defeating Farhan's scams. Here he is on a different day trying to get his victim to buy gift cards.
Yes, so did he go to Home Depot?
No, I didn't go to Home Depot.
Where are you?
I'm home.
So why are you not in Home Depot?
What am I supposed to do at Home Depot?
Yes, I told you that you'd have to go there.
For?
So that he can charge your card.
Why do I want to charge my card at Home Depot?
A very good question. Scammers don't want to use the word gift card because people will catch on it's a scam. So what does Farhan actually want this woman to do?
Okay.
So we are going to do that job of transferring your money from your compromised account to your secured account. I do not need that money. Why would I need your money?
No, I understand, but I just want to make sure that how do I know that you're not somebody else saying yes it isn't fake, but you know, and just doing this. That's all I'm asking.
How can anyone have this phone number if they're not from Citizens Bank? You tell me this clearly. You have a number displaying on your phone, which is exactly the same number that would be at the back of your card as well. You can cross-check it and confirm it and make sure that every digit is just the same.
But we've all just seen how easy it is for Farhan to spoof phone numbers. Never ever trust a phone number on your caller ID. It still could be anyone.
Right?
Okay. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
So can we go ahead and let's get started with it and get going, and let's take care of this money part for you?
Yes.
All right, so get all your essentials, get your driver's license, get your debit card, and then head towards Home Depot, okay?
But when he hung up with the victim, I took the opportunity to very quickly give her a call and warn her that the whole thing was a scam. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my name's Jim Browning. The person you were just speaking to is a scammer. I don't know if you're aware of that. They're pretending to be your bank.
Yes.
Okay, are you aware that that whole thing about Home Depot is a scam? I'll not play the whole phone call, but suffice to say she was grateful for the warning, but I wouldn't be so lucky in the next one.
My name is Ron White, and I'm calling from Chase Bank. How are you doing today?
Good. Well, not so good.
All right.
I've had enough.
Yeah. Right, I understand that. Well, your case files have been transferred to me by Apple.
Apparently both Apple and Microsoft send him case files when he works in his bedroom Chase Bank.
Issues that you're facing on your account, I believe, right?
Yeah, I spent the last 3 or 4 hours with Apple, and evidently my account has been, or my Wi-Fi has been hacked, and I've had all kinds of whatever the hell you call it. But right now, I'm looking at my bank account. It doesn't look like there's been anything there that's been taken out or with my Schwab account. So.
See, basically, you won't be able to see the things happening on your account yourself, you know. So it's not going to happen in front of you.
Oh, I won't.
Yes. It's not going to happen in front of you. You will not be able to see that, but still, there will be, if there is a fraud on your account.
Well, isn't that convenient? There are no fraudulent transactions visible to the victim, but it will be up to Farhan to explain how he's going to safeguard his account. He'll use the victim's zip code to figure out where his nearest Home Depot is.
So we have to be extra careful. So we have to check out your accounts, and we have to make sure that your accounts are working absolutely all right in order to make sure that there's no fraud going on with it right now. You cannot conclude it yourself that there's nothing wrong with it, you know.
But for this scam to work, Farhan needs to scare the victim into doing his bidding.
You can see that there's a charge which has been made today early in the morning at 6:30 a.m. On your credit card for Chase Bank, and it was made for $10,000.
Of course, he's just making all of this up.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
And this charge...
Well, somebody has hacked it.
Yes, this charge was made on your credit card and at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, and if I want to check it out, I can check it out for you and see where it went to. $10,000 has been already taken out of your account, so you don't have those $10,000 anymore. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that you get that $10,000 back, because you just don't want to lose the money like that, right? I mean, it's your hard-earned money. You don't want to just lose it like that, right?
And Farhan comes up with a solution for reverting the money back to this man's account.
I'm trying to think which one is closest.
Yeah, Home Depot is, I guess.
Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depot is, I guess, only 2 to 3 miles from where you are. It's 95758.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to go to Home Depot.
Yes, and you have to go there, and you have to swipe your card for $10,000, and you have to get in return the Home Depot gift cards. Okay.
Now, unfortunately for me, Farhan was keeping this victim on his cell phone, so I couldn't get through to him. So my only option was to contact the Home Depot, which I could see on Farhan's computer screen, and ask them to intervene. But the long and short of it is, I can overhear a scammer instructing a person very close by, he's within 5 minutes drive in Elk Grove, to buy $10,000 worth of gift cards. And I can't get through to him because he's constantly on the phone with the scammer. He's got the phone in his pocket. And I know he's about to go into your store to buy $10,000 worth of those gift cards. Would you be able to help him?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, because we won't sell somebody that many gift cards.
Well, that's a good thing.
We have a limit that's way lower
basically,
than that.
he needs to, I can't get a message through to him to say that he is being scammed. If someone could identify him and say, you've got a phone in your pocket, that is not Chase Bank, that is a scammer. If you could get that message to him somehow, hopefully he can go to the police because he's being scammed.
Okay.
Okay, I would really appreciate your help with this.
Sure. I will certainly try.
Okay. I do not know the man's name.
I do recognize your voice. It's kind of weird.
Really? Okay. Wow, okay. I'm amazed with that, but if you've seen any of my work today, you know it's not some prank or anything.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate your help.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks again.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And a few minutes later, I could hear Farhan giving some last-minute instructions to the victim who was outside the Home Depot store.
Yeah. Okay, please do not talk to me while you are inside. Only talk to me when you come outside. So keep me in your hand. Yeah, keep me in your hand or keep me in your pocket. That will be easier for you. And you already have my number. In case if we get disconnected, call me on that number, okay, which you have in your pocket. All right?
Yes, I will.
Yes, 661 number. Call me on that in case if we get disconnected, and keep me on the line just the way as we are, and make sure that you are telling them you need $10,000 worth of Home Depot gift cards, and you need it for early Christmas shopping for you and your family, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, best of luck, sir. Just come out there as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Talk to me when you're outside.
And amazingly, because Farhan was listening to the conversations, I could also hear this conversation inside the Home Depot store.
What is Gio?
Hi, how are you? What's your name, sir?
Gio. How do you pronounce your name?
Gio, G-E-O. Yeah, kind of almost Italianish, but not really, right? Hey, so the first one?
I got 6 kids, and they're all coming down here for Christmas, and I wanted to get...
Yes, so I already got a call from somebody that this is a scam you're caught. We don't sell that many gift cards in the first place. The gentleman in called said that you probably received a call or speaking to somebody from CS Bank. That's not CS Bank. You'll go to the call. It's a scam. It's nothing.
I'm going to stay here on the band.
I know. Well, I'm glad I heard about it before. Alrighty. Thank you. Have a good day.
But unfortunately, this victim's ordeal isn't over yet as he gets back on the phone with the scammer.
Jim?
Can you hear me?
This Jim. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
You know what they just told me?
What did they tell you?
They said this is a scam.
Yeah, the
I
reason...
just had a call from somebody.
Yeah, and the reason why they told you about it is because you told them that you are facing a scam right now.
No.
I told you strictly not to tell them anything about what's going on.
Hey, would you listen to me? I didn't
I heard the call.
Goddamn thing.
I heard the call. I heard everything what you said. I heard it.
Listen, I'm going to tell you one goddamn thing. I'm telling you the straight out truth. And I did not say anything about a scam. They are the ones that told me about a scam.
Yeah, but you said that I am facing a scam.
10,000.
That's what you said.
I did not.
I'm facing a scam, and there is something which is going on there. That's what you told them.
No.
I did not tell them a damn thing. Nothing.
Why would they tell you anything is a scam?
I did not.
Why would they tell you what is? Why would they tell you what is scam? Why would they say what is scam?
They told me, they just said to me that they didn't sell anything more than a $2,000 gift card. I told her I had 6 kids for Christmas and wanted to give each one of them gift cards. And so she went to her supervisor, and her supervisor then went to another person, a guy by the name of Gio, and he said, I just got a call, and he said, this is a scam.
Okay,
I never
so
said
let me tell you
anything
that,
about that.
okay, let me tell you that basically these hackers are staying one step ahead of us. And they are probably taping our conversation, and that's why they are aware about it, and they are calling them beforehand. So you have to be extra careful in that, and you have to let them know that whatever it is, just make sure that you, you just get it for 2,000 if you can from there. If it is possible, tell them that you need it for yourself, but if you have already told them something else, then that would be difficult.
I have not told them anything else, and I cannot go back in there because all 3 of the people that look like supervisors are standing around as this man tells me this is a goddamn scam.
Pero cortale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they are saying that, if they are telling you that, then this means that this is basically something which these hackers have done, on your case.
Well, unless they are listening to our conversation on this phone, I don't know how the hell they would know.
Yes, the phone lines could be compromised. That's what I'm saying. You have to be extra careful, and you have to make it look like a regular, normal transaction. So you have to now head to another Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever you have near you, and that's where you have to get the transaction done.
Well, I am in the car, and I will go to another Home Depot and get it done there.
Unbelievably, despite the victim being warned it was a scam, he's now willing to go to another store to get more gift cards. Farhan has talked him around.
And then you can just go to a Home Depot, and then if they don't give you the complete 10,000, then just take whatever they can give you, and then the rest of it we can get from Lowe's. Okay?
Okay.
But make sure this time when you go there, you are just telling them that you want to get
all I am telling them
cards.
Is for Christmas. Yes. I am not saying a word about a scam or anything.
Yes. Don't try to say that, because these hackers, if they are one step ahead of us, they will try to just change everything. And just make sure that you are heading there as soon as possible. Once you, how much time do you think it'll take for you to reach to that store?
Probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes, all right. I'll wait for you. Just let me know when you are there, okay?
So sadly at this point I felt I needed a bit of help. I often work with the AVA outreach group who are used to dealing with victims, and I felt this case was one where they could really help me. They're an entirely non-profit group of people who volunteer their time and services to help people like Tim. They were able to bombard Tim's phone with messages about a scam, and they eventually got through and spoke to him. They convinced him to block all of Farhan's calls, and from that moment he was safe. But I was only disrupting Farhan's scams while I was waiting for the police to act. I'd reported him to his local police service in Ghaziabad, and eventually, after a few weeks, I didn't see Farhan's laptop come back to life again. What I don't know for sure is whether the police actually arrested him or not. I've certainly passed on all of his personal details, including his home address, but I don't know if I'll know for sure whether he was definitely locked up as a result. But even if he wasn't arrested, I hope that this video will put him off scamming, and maybe even a few other scammers, for life. And finally, if you would like to help me fight scammers, there's a few ways you can do this. Firstly, if you're not already subscribed, do hit that subscribe and bell icon. Hitting the like button is your way of recommending these videos to other people on YouTube. YouTube will often not monetize these sorts of videos, so you can support me on Patreon. There's a link here and it's in the description. Alternatively, coffee keeps me going, so there's a link to get me a coffee if you so wish. I'm on Twitter, TikTok and LinkedIn, so you can follow me there too. Lastly, thanks for all your support and see you on the next one.
La mía te da la libertad de elegir entre millones de productos del mundo y que te lleguen a tu puerta.
If you found out that a scam call center had CCTV, wouldn't it be great to bring some pranks directly to their doorstep? I think everyone who's had a scam phone call will enjoy this one. There is an area which is known as the telephone scam capital of the world, and that area is Sector 5 of Kolkata or Calcutta in India. And although the scam call centres were located there, it would be Indian people who would be key to try to bring them down.
I'm calling you from the headquarters of Microsoft Corporation. We are located in Redmond City, Washington, D.C., United States. My name is Richard Anderson. I'm working here as a senior SDE at Microsoft Corporation headquarters.
But of course this isn't Microsoft. The real name is Anch Info Solutions.
With our Microsoft server.
And I can both see them and hear their phone calls.
So let me inform you, we are the service provider of that operating system all over the world, and we have all the information of our customers, including their phone numbers, address, name, all the information.